Oh, here we are. Haha, fuck you.
I know he's still there somewhere. Locked inside. I know, because that's how it was for me.
I mean, I made it out in like 3 seconds. Situation, small child, small child, small child. Endgame detects special transmission or allocation. Director, prepare for power boost. Redirected feed. Every furnace necessitates consumption, was that? This is cool. It's like the board pyramid and then an anti-hiss pyramid coming up to meet it. Also, can you just make out at the top of, in between the 2 points, there's that thing? I bet that's Dylan. There's like something hanging there, right in the middle. So you giving me power, board? Just give me a power boost? I'd love a power boost, you know? 30? Oh, okay. That's fine. Oh, I just one-shot everything. Ha! Oh, but they one-shot me too. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. When they said power boost, I thought it was going to be making me, like, kill everything in one hit and also be invincible. It makes me kill things in, like, one hit. Certainly does not make me invincible. Should I even be trying to fight, or should I be running through? Because normally these astral plane sections, you just leg it, right? Let's try the leg it approach. Although, is there anywhere to leg it to? That's a negative. Okay, don't get shot. They can pretty much one-hit me. Just gotta not get shot. Missed. Oh my god, come on. Come on, Powers. Come back to me. Big boy over there. Wait, where'd he go? Go on then, come up to me. Wow, good idea. Worked out well for you. Oh god. Get capped. Is this really all I'm supposed to be doing? Is there not... I feel like... Okay, no, he's big boy. He can definitely be killed. No. Big boy down. Confirmed big boy down. Damn it. Come here. Ya bitch. Is that it? Are we good? Please tell me we're good. Oh, thank you. That better be a checkpoint. That was nerve-wracking as all hell. You know what? I should just use the gun a bit. The gun is just as good as the throwing. I now have come to realize. Getting closer. Okay, hello. Shit. Fuck that thing. Okay. Okay. Fuck! What the hell? Whoa, no thank you. No thank you. The hell did they come from? How dare you, sir? How dare you? Do you know who I am? The name's Jesse. Jesse Pinkman, bitch. Come on, dodge more, dickhead. Give me a break. Thank you. Oh my god. Hello, have you signed up to the Get Messed Up 101 class today, sir? You have. That's good. Because that's the course we're offering. Excuse me. How dare you get your shield back that fast? Computer definitely says no to that. Yeah, you know, just continue on after taking lethal damage. That's fine. I don't see anyone else. Anyone in the sky? No? Oh, hello. Where'd that... Oh, there you are. someone else down there, wasn't there? Okay. We good? Oh boy. Oh man. We are almost there. Oh, is that all I'm getting? Okay. Ah! Ah! We are nearly there. Ah! Ah! Dylan, my brother. That pyramid looks cool as hell from this angle. I'm here for you, bro. Damn it, I can't walk up this step. I was trying to do a cool walk up. As I was saying, I'm here for you, bro. Still not entirely clear on why the hiss is affecting Dylan in like such a mad way compared to everyone else. Like,
Dylan's in a coma. I don't know if there's anything of him left in there. If he'll ever find his way back. The portal's been closed, but the hiss is still in the oldest house. And the lockdown will be lifted as long as any trace of it remains. I'm working on a solution with my management team, but there is still a long road ahead.
This is sounding like the actual end.
I'm the director of the Federal Bureau of Control.
That was a bit sudden if this is the actual end.
You and I.
Yep, I think that's it. That was a bit sudden on the old ending front. Like, fight through about 1 million dudes, get to Dylan, go to cleanse him, even though we tried cleansing someone at the start of the game and they just dissolved. So I'm not sure how we've suddenly managed to get the ability to cleanse Dylan. And then smash cut to cutscene where she goes, he's in a coma, I've got work to do, the end. I don't know about that. And, okay, yeah, I guess we don't get any explanation on why the hiss is so into Dylan, I guess. It just was. And I would have liked to have learned more about this other world that the hiss came from and that Polaris came from. And what exactly was... I didn't quite understand, like, Polaris was Hadron, or was inside Hadron, but then Hadron was destroyed, but then they were like, oh, but Polaris was in me. And, I don't know, I feel like there could have been some better explanation going on at the end there. But, that being said, that was a great game. Also, given that the credits are silent, I'm going to guess they play a mad copyright song over the credits. So apologies for there being no background music to my wrap-up thoughts. But overall, yeah, that was really solid. It just ended very abruptly, I thought. That felt like, I don't know, it was building up for ages, and then it suddenly dropped us off about 2 jumps away from the slide projector. We turned that off, and that's that bit sorted, and then it's just get to Dylan, which was just bump everyone's numbers up to 30. And I don't know why they did that, actually. Why did they make all the enemies have 30s above their head instead of the usual, like, 6s? But then they gave us tons of power anyway, so it didn't make any actual difference. That seems strange, random, I don't know. But the gameplay was so fun. That telekinesis power, the main one, is just really good. Dr. Casper Darling, Matthew Peretta, you were fantastic. You were actually fantastic. I loved those Darling tapes. He was brilliant. Oh, so good. And yeah, the telekinesis, that felt so satisfying. The lift. Didn't use the shield much. The levitation, once I got that, I was quite a way through the game, but that felt really good. The dash, that was good. And there were a few others. The C's seemed pretty useless overall, not gonna lie. It seemed like I'd seize someone and they'd just sort of stand there, maybe occasionally fire 1, maybe 2 bullets maximum, and deal 0 damage with them. I feel like they could have definitely made the AI on the seized people a bit more aggressive, and make it like more worth your while to have them on your side. The padding was definitely a bit of an issue. There was quite a lot of bits which was go into this area and find X amount of things in this large area. That happened a good probably like 4-5 times or something, which not the biggest fan of, but overall it was a really solid game. The gameplay minute to minute felt fun. There was some really cool visuals. I loved a lot of the visuals. The ashtray maze was awesome. Some of the like swirling corridor bits were awesome. I really liked the when you get those messages from Director Trench and they come up in that blue like light. And the one from Casper did the same at the end. I'm not entirely clear on why Trench killed himself then. Did he just like break free of the hiss and kill himself? Or did the hiss, once they forced him to let them in, they were done with him and so they killed him? But that seems like that would be, if that was what happened, that would be incredibly stupid on the hiss's part, because they went from having control of the director of the bureau to having a new director come in who's super resistant to them. So I feel like they wouldn't have made him kill himself, so he must have broken free and killed himself or something. I don't know. I'm not entirely clear on that either. Definitely could have used some work on the story. The setup was fantastic, but the payoff at the end, it seemed a bit rushed and with lots of things left dangling. That being said, there are going to be 2 story DLCs in 2020. One of them is an Alan Wake crossover, so I don't know if that will actually have anything to do with this story, but hopefully the other one at least will explain some leftover questions. I don't know how connected they'll be. I don't know whether you'll have had to finish the main campaign before you do the DLC, or whether it's just like it'll be side missions like within, like you could do it at any point. We will have to see what becomes of that. I'm not promising that I will do the DLC because I don't tend to go back for DLCs just because usually they're not like a vital part of the experience, because obviously if they were, you'd hope they'd be in the main game. So it's sort of like an extra thing, and money, don't have a lot of that. So if I've got the option of playing a new game or spending like, I don't know what it's going to be, like a third of the price just for DLC for an old game, it's probably going to be save up for the new game instead. But who knows, if it gets really insanely good reviews, the DLC, I may come back for it. The other issue is that I haven't played Alan Wake yet. Intend to one day. Don't know when we'll get around to that, because the backlog is huge. But I should probably, I assume, not play an Alan Wake crossover until I've played Alan Wake, you know? Because I feel like I probably did get spoiled for a couple of Alan Wake things. Just by reading all the Alan Wake like documents and stuff that were lying around. But because I don't know the context, I've pretty much forgotten them all anyway, so that won't really matter. But you know, I don't know, want to risk it particularly. What else can I talk about in this game? The lag. Ooh, I don't know if that's a console only thing, but I'm on the Xbox One X. That is the most powerful console, and it still stuttered like a bastard every time you came out the pause menu. So I'm like, how is that not been smoothed over? Thank you to all our families, friends, and loved ones. You make it possible and worthwhile to do what we do. Lots of music that I probably didn't hear. But, oh no, Dynamite was published by Universal Music Publishing. Shit, that's probably going to have been got by the YouTube algorithm. How dare you, YouTube? I feel like I've said a lot of negatives in this post-game wrap-up, but that's not the overall takeaway that I've got from it. It's just things that are coming to mind. But my overall takeaway is that I really enjoyed the game. I would probably give it a solid 8 out of 10. We'll put it at 8 out of 10. There were a few issues with the padding, with the lag, with the abrupt ending. So it's definitely dropping a few points. But gameplay, really fun. Setting, really cool. Powers, I was going to say really unique. I guess it's probably not that unique. Telekinesis and mind control and stuff. But for the most part, it was a thoroughly enjoyable experience. So yeah, I feel like 8 out of 10 is warranted. Maybe a touch lower, like a 7.8 or something. But it's a good game is the takeaway. Oh, hello, new hotline stuff. The crisis is not over, your work is not done. Hotline, the future. The hiss is removed or silent from the astral plane. You have proven or beaten the not you. We like or tolerate you very much. You are prepared or unprepared for what comes next. We will speak again. In the future or expansion. Good work or victory, director. Yeah. See you in the expansion that I may or may not play, my dudes. There was another one, wasn't there? Yeah. Endless grind.
My reflection trapped in the darkness of the coffee I nurse. Rain turned the lights of the city into a mosaic on the windows. The day's paper lists all the things wrong in the world. The list grows longer by the day. The difference between the morning and the night. Coffee. Whiskey. No other difference. The alarm goes off at 5 a.m. It feels like I just closed my eyes. It's dark. I sit up on the bed in the gloom. I get up, I shower. The driver waits for me downstairs, takes me to the oldest house. An old man stares at me in the car window. It's raining. It's dark. Late at night, he brings me back here. It's not a home, it's a room where I sleep in. Waking up just as tired as I was before going to bed. Endless grind.
Alright. Why did we get that one now? Curious. Case files. What new case files have we got? Slide projector, of course. The object is a slide projector with a vertical tray. The object creates something, which, portals. The only something to successfully produce this effect resulted in the capture of something. Object has not been successfully bound. The power utility of this object does not require binding. Discovered when the Bureau responded to the AWE in Ordinary. Many of the accompanying people were killed or something. See files on Dylan and Jesse for details. The entirety of the dump was transported to the Bureau for examination to find additional slides or other altered materials. Yeah, I actually figured out what most of the redacted text in that one was. Feels good. Okay, let's have a look. What is the new thing going to be here? I really don't like... There we go. Director Faden photograph. I'm the director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Cool. What's flashing up in missions? Oh, it's just the board countermeasure. Well... Oh, have we got a new, We got a new look. Suited, booted, and ready to get hiss shooted. That is bad. That is very bad. Execute board countermeasures and bureau alerts to fight the ongoing hiss threat. Search the dangerous depths of the oldest house for classified bureau secrets and hidden clues. Okay, gang, let's split up and look for clues.
Shawshank Redemption. That's the name of the movie I was thinking of earlier. Not important, but that was it.
That's funny. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to quickly run along through to Central Executive. We are going to see if we have any upgrades just to finish off with. Oh shit, yeah, we have 7. Lovely. Well then, let's max out the shield, because why not? And how many more could we have put into melee? Ah, that's it. We'd have needed another 3 for that. So, By the end of the playthrough, we'd fully upgraded every single skill tree except melee, which we'd only got the first one for. That is not bad. They have not been stingy with the upgrades, which I massively appreciate. I very much appreciate that they let you eventually get pretty much everything. Right, the director's suit, that's new. Candidate P7. Huh. Walk around in my jumper. The janitor's assistant. Very nice. That was the civilian one. That was the office assistant we had in the nightmare bit. And the asynchronous suit. Very nice. But we'll stick with the director's suit. We are looking especially fly. And let's just see, last thing. Does Emily have anything new to say? She does! Oh, and there's new information in here as well. Okay. Variants and alterations. Hiss corruption manifests in vastly different ways. Some hosts remain largely unchanged, while others are barely recognizable as human. What determines this level of alteration? Is it the duration of corruption? It could simply be an evolutionary process, each entity representing a stage of growth in an undiscovered linear progression leading towards what? Additionally, Hiss entities possess various paranatural abilities. How have they achieved this? Do they gain them from corrupting objects of power? Have they corrupted a single highly talented para-utilitarian and divided their access to paranatural abilities across a network of Hiss-corrupted hosts? As a scientist, I'm hindered by the sheer number of questions. It's difficult to identify where one should begin. What's the most pertinent question? How do we kill it? That seems like a good start. Indeed. Indeed it does. Was there any other things that have appeared around the room? Nope. Okay, what new did you have to say to me? And
Jesse,
please give me a comment on my hair.
We've got Dylan situated in his containment cell like you asked. I've got medical staff running tests as we speak, and I'd be happy to walk you through the details later. Other than that, what's next?
With the slide projector turned off, the hiss are shut out, but we're stuck with the ones already here. We can't lift the lockdown until they're all eradicated. If any hiss ever got out, that would be the end of everything.
Well, eliminating them all will take time. Look, I'll do what I can on my end, but my research is progressing slower than I'd like.
I think I can help with that. I am making you the head of research. Effective.
Yeah!
I want you to use everything the Bureau has, every resource, every confidential scrap of data, and find a way to keep the hiss out for good.
That's... Really? I mean, yes, I can certainly... Yes! Yes, I accept.
You'll do great.
Awesome.
Besides, I didn't really have anyone else lined up.
I'm honored, Jesse, really. Thank you.
You're welcome. One thing I've just thought of as well, we don't really know what actually happened to Casper in the end, which is a bit strange. We don't know how he sent that message via the hotline. Actually, yeah, if he was on the other end of the hotline, it's only the board that phones from the hotline to us, right? So does that mean whatever he did, he got himself, like, a seat on the board, as it were? You've got more to say?
Do you remember Mr. Tomasi, the head of communications? The
Sure
hiss
do.
he was changed into showed up in containment, near the turntable.
I'll take care of it. That thing's not getting away this time.
I've heard reports about his particular use of language and intonation when repeating the hiss babbling. The biological and behavioral distinctions between different hiss-corrupted individuals is truly fascinating. I wonder if I could categorize the data.
And she's already off on her own thing.
Mr. Tomasi. Oh, damn, there's a whole load of stuff to talk about now.
How do you feel about me taking over as director?
You act like it just happened. You've been director since we first met, remember? I am still thrilled. Nothing's changed. Not for me. But the Bureau has changed. Trench and Darling are gone. Their knowledge, anything not written down, disappeared with them. They knew the Bureau better than anyone.
They're the Bureau's
Feels
past,
bad.
Emily. We won't operate like they did. We'll learn from their mistakes.
Yeah, but we still could
We'll
use
be
their
better
info.
than they ever were. We won't ever be like them. When the hiss
Darling's
got
fate.
into my head, I saw some weird things. I think Darling even spoke to me. Does that make any sense to you?
It's a shame we never met him in person in game.
Empirically, no, but Phantom voices as well as hallucinatory states are not uncommon here. And considering the forces that Dr. Darling was working with, he could have been transferred to a different plane of consciousness, physically or otherwise.
And that doesn't upset you?
Oh, very. And the fact that he hid those forces from me, it's infuriating. But Darling's dream was always to look beyond our reality. This time he may have taken a step too far, but as long as his consciousness can perceive his surroundings, I'm sure he's loving it.
Maybe Darling was just trying to protect you from the darker side of his work.
Fuck that. I'm not a child. Like, don't just assume I'm gonna consider something morally repugnant.
Which it all was.
Which it all was, of course.
Dylan's condition?
How was Dylan?
The same. I can't detect any his activity, but his physiology has certainly been altered by it. And I can't tell if his brain activity is genuine or simply the aftermath of the hiss, like spasms. Dylan could wake up tomorrow for all I know. I really can't say.
Then I just have to wait for him. That's fair. He waited a long time for me.
Yes.
Don't worry. We'll be monitoring him around the clock.
Many years.
If he wakes up, we'll be ready. I don't mean that in a hostile way, just... well, you know.
I know.
My brother
I'm
isn't
surprised.
exactly popular around here.
I'm surprised we never had to
I
fight
hope
him.
one day he'll have the chance to change that.
I do feel like Dylan kind of didn't serve a purpose in the story. Like, I guess it was necessary as a reason for Jesse to want to come here in the first place, but they could have just had her going, oh, Polaris told me to come here, so I came here. They didn't need a Dylan, and then there were cutscenes with him and stuff, but I don't know, it feels like if he had been removed from the story entirely, pretty much nothing would have changed. He didn't really have that much of an impact on it.
So, there was a moment after Hedron died that I couldn't feel my powers.
Really?
The hiss got into my head. Just for a moment.
Oh, when we went to the dream world?
HRA outage. Before we knew what was happening, the hiss had us. They were in my head. I saw terrible things. I mean, I was about to go under forever when the hiss was pushed back. The HRAs had come back on. Dylan vanished afterwards, and we fought off the hiss that came after him. So if Hedron's death knocked out the HRAs, that means there must be a new local source for them to relay, which I'm guessing must be...
me.
You. Hedron is dead, assuming that word even applies to a resonant-based life form. But whatever it awakened in you, the power you call Polaris, is still active. Or at least, that's what my instruments are telling me.
I don't think we're ever gonna understand all of this. And I'm okay
I don't
with
think
that.
the writers wanted to explain all
I'm just
this.
glad you're here with me.
Yeah, that's another thing. Why
That's
did
good to
Polaris
know.
tell us to...
Thanks, Emily.
Why did Polaris tell us to open that door at all, rip down the massive HRA, when that let the hiss get to Hedron and killed Hedron, and Polaris is, like, part of Hedron, or from Hedron, or...
I
don't
found
know, man.
Dylan attacking the astral plane and the board.
He wasn't
What was he
attacking
hoping
them.
to accomplish?
He was, like,
Huh.
lying there.
Since they arrived, hiss have been corrupting objects of power, which have an inherent link to the astral plane. Maybe their goal was to access the astral plane and the board itself.
That still doesn't tell us why.
His motives are a difficult thing to work out, but I have been digging through confidential files and noticed a strange gap in knowledge regarding the board. Looks like any data on them has either been deleted or was never gathered in the first place.
Then maybe it's time someone looked into that.
Maybe it is.
Okay, there we go. That's it.
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
I like that her hair tie, hairpin, whatever you call it, is a pyramid. That's cool.
Who moved my waveform of the history?
Right, okay, so it did give us another side quest, but we're not going to do that. What was it? Just to go and locate Hiss Corrupted Tomasi. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good without getting sucked back into side quests. This feels like a solid place to leave it off. Did all of that. There we go. That has been Control. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments, whether you agree with my gripes with the ending, what you think. If you enjoyed it, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share the videos around, share the playlist around if you can. I would really appreciate that. And if you really like what I do, there's a Patreon link down in the description. Anything you could throw my way would be massively appreciated and go a long way towards keeping the channel going. So, with that being said, I will see you somewhere else for something new. Thanks for watching. See you then.